Hey everyone, excited to be back this week's edition of Frequently Asked Questions for Commercial Real Estate. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about a topic that is extremely prevalent, in particular if you're looking to get into real estate development, and that is what exactly is the path of progress. So in today's video, we're going to explain what that is, and then some of the ways that you can find out where the path of progress is so you can potentially capitalize on opportunities that are presented. Now, before we dive in this video, I would greatly appreciate if you could like and subscribe to this channel. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So now you've done that, go ahead and like and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and dive right into this episode. All right, so the question is, what exactly is the path of progress? Well, as the name would indicate, it is where the progress is heading as it pertains to real estate development, business opening, residential development, etc. So you may be seeing a city where there's a very strong business district in one area, and then all of a sudden, slowly it starts to migrate over, and you start seeing houses being flipped. You may see new businesses moving in. You may see, high-rise buildings starting to be popped up there as well. Again, there's just a lot of investment heading that direction. And usually what one of the best ways to make money in real estate is to find out where the path of progress is heading and then buy ahead of it, turning into something of significance. And so in today's video, we're going to explain what exactly you can do to be able to identify areas of your town or city or whatever area that you're focused on and find out ways to determine where the path of progress is going. So to start off, one of the first things I usually recommend people do is they subscribe to either their local business journals or some other form of local publications to start seeing what activity is happening. A lot of times these business journals will announce new businesses moving to town. They will announce expansions of different businesses. They may talk about neighborhood pricing of residential real estate. There's a variety of different things that they talk about. And through reading of those articles, you can get a pretty good indication of where the path of progress is going. And so if you start seeing a lot of investment in one area, you may want to look at surrounding neighborhoods to that area and try to determine where you should buy property in. Now, when you typically are looking for in those neighborhoods, I always encourage people to look out for like natural barriers. So a lot of time, or not necessarily natural, but even man-made barriers, for example. So maybe there's a river cutting across two areas. Usually the path of progress can be impeded if there is a natural barrier like a river or some other form of natural barrier like that. Maybe there's a highway that cuts across between two neighborhoods. Sometimes the path of progress is impeded in that direction, and maybe it's going to head further south just to kind of, circumvent having to deal with the delineation between two areas based on roadways. So some of those things to consider as you're looking at these types of neighborhoods and these types of opportunities, because usually the path of progress may pivot or shift depending on those barriers as well. The number two thing to consider is also reviewing your city's comprehensive plan. Most cities around the country, I can almost guarantee you, especially if they're of any scale. I know some of maybe smaller cities or towns and municipalities may or may not have a comprehensive plan, but even in those instances, there may very well be a comprehensive plan. But essentially what this is the vision of the city that they see over a period of time. So here in Louisville, there's a comprehensive plan. So they'll talk about different neighborhoods and some of the things I'd like to see, maybe some proposed, site maps that show this is what we would want. We want retail in this area. We want, residential in this area. And so if you look at that comprehensive plan, you get an indication of what the city is willing to back, or even really, what other developers are looking at, so that as they start developing projects in those areas, that they can kind of lean into that plan and ultimately align themselves with the city. Then there may be opportunities for different incentives offered by the city to make sure that comprehensive plan comes to life. So reviewing that plan, it's usually public facing. So, in the case where I'm located here in Louisville, Kentucky, you can look up the comprehensive plan. Just go type in Louisville Comprehensive Plan 2040, and you can pull up the document. It's an 80 to 100 page document. You review that document and try to get an understanding of where the path of progress, or where the city would like to see different things and different developments happening. So that's number two, is reviewing their city's comprehensive plan. And then finally, the good old-fashioned way, just drive around town, go to different neighborhoods, go to different areas, and start looking around as you're driving around. So if you see a lot of houses turning around, getting flipped, maybe you see new businesses popping up, maybe you see a lot of foot traffic, usually a good indication of where an area will be popular is if there's a lot of people walking around during the day, families strolling around, people walking their dogs. Walkability is a big indicator of what neighborhoods are going to be turning around as well. So if you start seeing some of those indications, again, that may be a good idea for you to start looking for opportunities in that area. And, you know, again, in the areas where progress is taking place, a lot of times you can rezone a property to become more of a commercial use instead of maybe a lower use. And then the value of that jumps as well. So a variety of different things you can do in order to capitalize on progress being made in certain areas of town. If you yourself are looking for some of these opportunities here in Louisville, Kentucky, I'd be happy to help you identify some of them. You can reach out to me at 502-536-7315, or you can reach me via email at raphael@crescentigroup.com. Along with that, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. It does make a huge impact in our ability to reach a broader audience, and we would greatly appreciate the support. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.